as an example, Ripple with RippleNet are set out to achieve, right? So lower cost, faster, more transparency and greater access. And I think one of the big questions here is, what happens with the correspondent banking model? I think the role that the banking system plays is crucial in the global economy, and I think that will continue. But the sort of traditional model of, pre-funding accounts, for liquidity purposes, nostro-vostro accounts. It's proven that part of the correspondent banking model is not needed.
Lit a bit of a fire. This is something we've been focused on digital currencies for, a couple decades. This is something we've been focused on digital currencies for, a couple decades.
Uber, Bitcoin, self-driving cars. Combine those three together and you have the self-owning taxi. A car that is a corporation that owns itself, pays for the car lease, the car insurance, and the gasoline from the revenues it makes, giving passengers a ride, and there's not a single human involved in that matter.
Give a type of money that can only be spent for a specific number of reasons. And some worry about that state control or whatever, but like in this particular narrow use case, you want to give checks to individuals to get the economy moving again.
Yeah.
So if you think of programmable money that expires if you don't spend it.
Going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go, but clearly we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
And so we'll import Chinese-based CBDC technology. So it's going to be CBDC in a box provided to you by the People's Bank of China.
But every stock, every bond, every currency, every commodity, every piece of art, every private business, every piece of real estate will eventually be a token on a blockchain, an entry on a ledger, permanent and immutable. We will have truth instead of trust, and we will save over $7 trillion a year. 6 to 8% of global GDP is wasted by the friction of the trust industry that's necessary when you have dual entry accounting. With triple entry accounting, which is what a blockchain is, we get rid of all of that friction. It's a beautiful future.
Like what you see in China and their social credit scoring systems, right? If we get identity wrong, it could be a tool to enslave humanity. And if we get it right, it could be a tool to liberate humanity. And as an American, I'm obviously rooting for the one that's on the side of freedom.
Bitcoin is an international asset. And also, I do believe the role of crypto is, it's digitizing gold.
I actually believe this technology is going to be very important. Look at it. We have been part of the huge revolution in investing through ETFs. We believe that ETFs will be changing the whole way we invest. Many people still use it as a means, people are investing it for indexing. No, the majority of people who are putting money in in ETFs are active investors that are buying exposure. The entire bond market is being transformed as we talk right now. I believe the next generation for markets, the next generation for securities will be tokenization of securities. And if we could have that distributed ledger that we know every beneficial owner, every beneficial seller, we all have our code of who's buying, who's selling, instantaneous settlement. And think about it, it changes the whole ecosystem.
Chinese bank ICBC has been hit by a ransomware attack, and the U.S. Treasury market, as a result of that, has been disrupted. This, according to the Financial Times. We're going to get more right now with Bloomberg's Shonali Bassick. Shonali, what do we know?
Listen, we have the Financial Times now reporting that ICBC, one of China's largest banks here, was hit with a ransomware attack. And remember, they're a very significant intermediary in the Treasury market. The SIFMA has told its members that this has been part of the reason here that the system is kind of clogged up, if you will, during that auction that we saw a little bit before. The attack had prevented ICBC, according to the Financial Times, from settling Treasury trades on behalf of other market participants. A large executive at a major bank also telling the paper that such a large party on the fixed income clearing corp creates major concerns, potentially impacting the liquidity of Treasury markets.
Now, it was not just a poor auction. It was absolutely lousy. And you know, when the dealers have to step in to save a Treasury auction, that's a rare occurrence.
Welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, please like and subscribe if you do like what you're listening to. Please inform your friends and family and spread it all over social media. It is imperative that we get back to learning finances and understand how the world really works, because once we understand how the world really works, we understand that it is all planned out. Now, I want to thank those who purchased the NWO book and the Crypto Teacher book. The NWO book shows you how the world really works, and especially in the times that we're in right now, it's definitely time for you to wake up out of that sleep. And in 2025, the NWO is going to turn on that alarm clock. It's up to you whether you wake up or not, whether you're going to hit that snooze button. Remember, my people perish from the lack of knowledge because they reject it. And guys, we're going to see stablecoin regulation, which is the foundation of this new digital economy, and it sets up down the road 2028, 2029 for that free money. And then also, of course, in the first quarter of 2025, we always get a correction. But we have trillions of dollars sitting on the sideline in money market accounts. And then plus, we know the Fed is going to cut rates. Not a lot this year, but they're definitely going to cut rates. So I see us getting a correction and then moving back up. And then we have the two powerhouses, China and the U.S., will step up these tariffs on each other. And of course, guys, that's going to hit certain parts of the market. But then we also have the hacks. We have the Birdman. We have the drums are beaten, and more movies to come, as we can see. And inflation is going to stay sticky, and layoffs are going to step up while they move in all this automation. And remember, the Crypto Teacher told you. And also, guys, I want to thank those who purchased the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, much love to those who donate to the Cash App, Patreon. Much love. Keep it coming. Guys, if you're not a part of the Patreon, make sure you're donating to the channel through the actual Cash App. But guys, this next Bitcoin and crypto bull run is going to be a utility run. So you want to make sure you have the cryptos that have real utility. And much love to those who are shopping at both stores. Keep it coming. And of course, guys, we get into Bitcoin and cryptos first.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
And right now we have Bitcoin and crypto pulling back, and Bitcoin and crypto has been trading in the same range. We do have a couple futures products that are supposed to launch this month. Now on the weekend, with the only game in town, we had options yesterday. Tonight, going into tomorrow, we should move up. And then, of course, CME opens up on Sunday. Now, I want to thank those who keep hitting that Cash App, keep ringing it, guys. Me, King, and Carson are still partying. Now, if you want me to do a Super Bowl video, it's not going to be in detail because I don't have the time to do research. I'm just going to point out the things that I see. Let me know in the comments. But, guys, make sure you're paying attention to the actual indicators. We had yield rates on Friday move up, but yield rates are still well off the high. We had the dollar move up. We have volume in crypto right now up. We have Tether and USDC. And then, of course, we have the Fed. Repo at $95 billion yesterday. and it did go up slightly. Make sure you're pulling that on a daily basis during the week. And when Japan raised the rate just 25 basis points, you see stocks and cryptos flat and pulling back. And like I told you in the first quarter, we always have a correction. And it is definitely not over, but don't forget, we're still going to have pumps and dumps. And we have the mainstream media blaming tariffs, but tariffs haven't even kicked in a big way yet. So the mainstream media have you distracted one way while they run the money in the back door. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. And we have stable coin regulation is being pushed by both sides of the aisle. So we know we're going to get stablecoin regulation really fast. And they're going to take these stable coins, put them on top of the fiat, because we know based on the Constitution, these stable coins are illegal. The same way them printing money out of thin air is illegal. But these stable coins are going to give them even more power, less cost, and then plus they're programmable, being able to tell you what, when, when, and how to buy. And you have 3 to 6 months to spend them, or poof, they're gone. And remember, the crypto teacher tells you. And then we have the Bitcoin, Ethereum, spot ETFs, BlackRock, Fidelity, and Grayscale. We have Bitcoin, Ethereum, spot ETFs were down at close. Now, getting over into a little crypto news, we have SEC delays decision on BlackRock's Ethereum ETF options trading until April 9th. And we know then it'll probably be approved, but we know options bring in a little bit more volatility. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now we have all third-party mini app developers in Telegram must switch to the Ton blockchain by February 21st. Also, we have Coinbase to list Solana meme coins, Punji penguins, and Popcat. And I'm not your financial advisor, not financial advice. Please do your own research. But when it comes to these cheap meme coins, you take a little, put to the side, and then, of course, you know, eventually they pump and dump. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now we have XRP-backed securities being launched by Citigroup executives, a startup called Receipts Depository Corp. They already offer Bitcoin and Ethereum-backed securities. And now that Gary Gensler has left, that Ripple XRP movie is over, and we're seeing more and more XRP products being presented. And then plus, we have Ripple lobbying the White House. So guys, get your popcorn, sit back, and let it play out. Don't forget, Ripple was named in Trump's old executive order when it came to fintech. And then lastly, I touched on this last night, we have the CFTC to host CEO forum on stable coins and collateral and this latest regulatory shift. Firms like Coinbase, Ripple, MoonPay, Crypto.com, and Circle. The CFTC Digital Asset Market Pilot Program for tokenized non-cash collateral such as stablecoins. And there is absolutely no one that can tell you that these digital assets are about to take over. We know that everything is going to be tokenized and put on blockchain. Larry Fink said he's upset that it's taken so long to tokenize stocks and bonds. And if you have my book or you've been watching me from the beginning on YouTube, you know I've been mapping out the plan. So you should be well prepared for this fourth industrial revolution. Also, if you're young, it's all about patience. When you're young, you want something to happen overnight. When you're young, it's patience. Sit back, learn the technology, so therefore you don't fall for the devil's tricks. And remember, the crypto teacher told you, because he knows when it comes to the NWO, it's all planned out. But that's all I have for you. Don't forget about the books. Crypto Teacher and the New World Order book, plus the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, new to cryptos, Coinbase, Bitrue, Binance. Do not forget book links and crypto links are in the description. The stock channel, guys. Don't forget to go like, subscribe, spread everywhere. You have your Kobo, your chip stocks, your banking, your gaming. While everybody's sitting at home, get on stocks, the Seaver, the biotech stocks. And while everybody's at home wishing they were still getting that free money, what are they doing? Drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks, and you have a wonderful day. Most powerful person in the world. is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids books. You know, I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save New York. Long COVID-33. Part 3. King Joshua and Grandma Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.